like that. I mean, tomorrow we are socializing and we just pick up the car and go because we've not seen any other alternative. So what sort of options are available to us really?
Like I had just stated that, I mean, chalaning people, I personally feel is not going to act as a deterrent. Like I said, people will find alternatives. Yes, if you are to see Chandigarh, basically the problem of drunken driving relates to youngsters. You will not find as many adults. Then the issue comes regarding who has had drinks, how much is the alcohol content, and is he in a mentally fit condition to drive. A person may not be in a mentally fit condition even after drugs. A person may not be in a mentally fit condition even after medication. Even after having a sleeping pill, you cannot drive even after. Then they should be tested for everything. I mean, basically primarily the lives of the people, what time they should get up and drink, what time they should go to sleep, whether they should go out with their families is going to be regulated by 30 ml. Practically that's the reality, the factual position. So it's like we are back in school now. Everybody in the city is back in school. So we have to redo our schooling, otherwise the punishment is there. And conviction, I mean, it's for drunken driving, whether it's even like a second drink, it's a conviction which is stigmatic, which casts a stigma on a person.
Of course it does. Who wants to be, in the first place being stopped and then being checked, and why would you want to go through all of that? And then being labeled a drunk.
Exactly.
Sorry, you were drunk, so go to court now.
Yes, and primarily it's not even regarding the drunken driving, it's the traffic in the city to be regulated. There are so many other priorities listed, but this comes at the bottom of the ladder at the moment. How are people being, I mean, we have rickshawalas, we have cyclists. Why are they not issued a driving license? They are also going through the same traffic lights. They are plying on the same roads.
So half the time we are managing them that we don't ban.
Exactly. And are even pedestrians, even a pedestrian, does he know or she know that she has to cross from the zebra crossing? They will cross from anywhere. Is the government doing sufficient, taking sufficient measures to take care of the stray dogs, stray cats,
we can actually do that.
There are so many things which cause the accidents.
We are going to go to court talk about drunken driving.
The aspects of basically casualties.
But Mr. Virk, let me just get to him. Do you drink? Are you wary of going out and drinking now?
Of course I am, and it is true of everybody. And you also have to understand that it is not just about the 30 ml of alcohol. It is a 80-year-old man driving, may be a worse driver on road and may not be a safe driver at all. But just because he's got a license, and maybe he'll falter at the first place where...
So you've stopped drinking? I mean, do you think by the end everybody's going to just stop socializing and going out?
I happen to be a moderate drinker, but I would speak for the majority. Now, majority of the people in the city do drink, they do socialize.
Yes.
It's a very active city that way, and alive. But this law is definitely needs some kind of reconsideration as per as far as the limit is concerned, right? And if the limit is 80 ml, as she's saying, in American countries and North America and European countries, well, I think it should be the same in India. Human beings are the same everywhere.
I mean, it's not going to stop you from drinking, is my point. Do you think people will just stop going out?
We don't stop anybody.
We have to look for solutions.
We have to look for
No, the solutions are, what could you call for a cab? There are 30 cabs. We called up, we did some work before I came on the show, and we called up this mega cabs, and we were told there are about 30 cabs and there are no cabs available at 1 at night. I mean, they're not there to answer your call if you want to go back
home
in a cab. There's no metro system, there's no rail system, there's no public transportation happening.
So that is a point. Because what does one do now? Where do you spend the night? At the hotel or with the friend's place? What do you do? How do you go back?
You have a driver, you should engage with a driver.
So that's no answer.
You should engage a driver, you should engage someone of your friend who is not drinking. Usko saath bitha lijiye, who is not drinking. You can drink it.
So basically the lifestyles of people are going to be regulated by the 30 ml. That's exactly what I just said.
So whether we have 30 ml or we have 100 ml, it makes no difference.
Whenever you make a law which needs enforcement, you have to make sure that it is realistic and practical.
And logical.
In Bombay, they have raised the age limit to 25 years for people who drink. And I think the bulk of the people who drink are between 21 to 25 years old. So how do you, I mean, the law has to be realistic, no? This is the point I'm making.
And Dimple, do you think that other than, you know, we do get caught, the cops catch us, do you think we also have a corrupt system that a few of us get away by just paying and getting out?
Definitely not few. Majority in Chandigarh get away because they have. Sorry, sir.
I don't agree.
No,
So
no,
let's
no.
just hear her viewpoint.
I don't agree.
Okay, let's just hear her.
No, I
I'll
don't
come to
agree.
you.
No,
Yes,
I am not talking about, say, drunken driving. What I am talking about in Chandigarh, people get away because half of them are connected with their VIPs. Somebody
It's a
knows
VIP
somebody.
culture.
separate thing. But
That's what I'm
they
talking
doesn't-
about.
No, VIP is a separate thing, but they will never get anything back. They are not.
But the
I don't-
what
I
mean,
don't
Okay,
agree.
your point is,
the
yes.
whole debate is not that. I mean, the impression given is that we are in, you know, in favor of drinking and driving. No, the thing is, I am definitely against drinking and driving, but we have to be realistic enough, and you know, kind of, the law should be able to be a little more friendly. The onus is on the people. We have to be responsible, and when you drive, and when we say 80 ml is allowed abroad, but they are very, very particular when they are drinking. I have my son who is abroad. When he's out on a party, Arjun, have a drink? No, sorry, mom, I have to drive. So they pace out their drinks. So they are very, very responsible. There in India, we have to teach our children.
But here is
Parents also have to enforce that when if
Enforce.
you are drinking, you are not to drive.
right.
We
But
have
you
to
have
do
to
that.
That's the
Okay.
duty, but here we also
It's
are
the-
talking about the parents themselves. Here, what about
Right.
the older generation who is
even
going to
the-
educate them?
But
This is the
listen,
duty
we
of the
Indians,
parents.
no, I'm saying
They
when we
should
go
teach.
abroad, we follow their rules.
Rules,
We
but
don't
not in
drink
India, but
and-
not in-
But why don't we do it in our
We
own
don't
country?
take
Because
it.
we don't have a system in place.
But we have
in
to
the first,
start.
we have to start.
We
a
have to
system.
start.
We have
Yeah.
started
Some
now.
say-
We
Which,
have
which
started
brings
now.
us to the point that there's something known as responsible drinking.
Responsibility of the parents.
This is a
and
social
their
responsibility
social
also.
responsibility of the parents and their
But sir, at the same time, 30 ml is a bit.
that's
very,
up to
very
the
Law, he
that's
said. Law has
that's
to
up
be-
to the
yes.
government has
Yeah.
to amend
The
the law.
government has to do
Government
it.
has to do
They
it.
have to be realistic.
थोड़ा सा तो अच्छा हुआ है Chandigarh has come to the
No, good.
good. It's a good now.
Coming
very
back to
good.
the point, I mean, you know, when we talk about social responsible drinking, who again are we targeting here? Social responsibility to the people who are old, the older generation would probably have learnt the hard way or when one way, and we know, okay, you know, this is the way.
We've gone through all this.
We've gone through that, so we can talk. But what about who trains the young kids?
Youngsters have
That's
to
the
be.
point.
Parents, parents, they have to
Because
parents and they have to be
Another point I
on
want
the
to make,
parents.
it is just not, see, 30 ml of drinking is linked to a lot of other things. She was not way off when she was saying that you have to make sure that other things are in place, right? If I have had 30 ml of one small drink, right, and I bang into a cyclist who's jumping a red light, and the cops are on me.
Yeah.
And
A, you're drunk, and B, you.
maybe it is the other person who flouted the rule.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the traffic in Chandigarh, by and large, my personal experience is that people who are migrants do not follow
Any
traffic laws at all. If they see a policeman standing, they would probably wait at a light. Otherwise, most of the auto drivers that I know would jump the light. And anybody who's driving, I mean, why 30 ml or 60 ml or 100 ml is at risk?
I was just driving for the show. At the traffic light, I just stopped in Panchkula. I'm talking about Panchkula now. There was still around 48 seconds. There was a red light. Me and my son, we were the only people who stopped. Everybody just braked a little, partially went away. And I told my son, I said, I think they are giving us a complex that we are the only ones obeying the traffic rule here.
So, you know, actually coming back to the point is that before you start on any rules or any laws and you enforce something, I think what everybody needs is a little bit of education.
Education.
Right.
That
We fully agree. We
needs
fully agree.
to be really taken on hugely as well.
fully agree.
Another point is, in this context, I would like to say is that the people have to be educated at large. 30 ml over how much time?
Yeah.
And how much does 30 ml actually imply? Does 30 ml mean one small drink, or does 30 ml mean
How can we do it?
no, the point I'm making, the point I'm making is that breath analyzer jada test है sir, मेरा point
I agree. किस तरह करिए? If I have drank it.
yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that.
How can
the
we?
point I'm making is that when you educate people, सिर्फ ये दसना जरूरी है कि जेड़ा 30 ml ਤੁਹਾਡੇ breath analyzer चों निकलना है, is it only when you have 30 ml, or is it going to be if I've had 60 ml and after 2 hours I'm going to hit the road, is it going to show 30 ml or is it going to show 60 ml?
That is the question. I fully agree.
We have to know. We have to know before we are
If you pace
challan.
it out, if you pace out your drinks, then I'm sure you should be
And
can
there is
drive.
another aspect. I mean, let's be very realistic. There are like many children or even grown-ups who will not listen to, children will not listen to their parents.
Not at all.
And parents, in any case, whom are they going to listen to? They are parents already. If a check is being put, the first step, the rectification step, is not challan, convict and challan and convict. That's not the solution. That's not even a deterrent, and that's not the solution. The first time they should just give a warning to the person and tell them these are the consequences, and put them in 3 hours of compulsory education classes
yes,
regarding
yes.
the effects of alcohol, and they should have a screen where they should show that after alcohol what kind of accidents have taken place and people were never able to walk or talk. They were never able to see the light of the day. That scare is going to be much more than a challan or a convict.
That's a good suggestion.
I agree with you. I agree with you. That's
Because
a good
that's-
suggestion. I will say to
You
the
know, it's a-
administration. That's a very good suggestion.
That at
I
least
agree.
start educating them rather
That's a very
than
good-
challanning them.
But education.
she's right.
An 18-year-old should just
Home
be put
should-
in a forum
home
for
should-
3 days, 3 hours, and should be shown. Do
Traffic
you
should-
want to be this?
Home should-
Do you want to be in the hospital for the
To
rest
the
of your life?
students, to the parents.
That to
home.
everybody, sir.
Everyone home.
Put them, suppose I'm
No,
caught
if you are
drunk and
the
driving.
Riksha Balan ke, if you had a
आना पड़ेगा.
if you had a
Absolutely.
seminar,
No, I'll tell you.
come back.
No, I'll tell you.
Riksha,
If-
you will
Can
come.
be by way of public advertisements also. I mean, it is just about educating the people.
No,
About
the traffic police, they have a complete system that they can set up a forum and a room. They can have a screen. They can display what
No,
has
no, no.
happened.
His point is that will people be willing to
Will
come
come
to
and
listen to
You
something
make
like
it
Parents should come
compulsory.
there.
Make it compulsory.
like the way they challan us?
Exactly. It has to be made compulsory.
No,
There will be marked
Nobody
there.
will come.
The other
Nobody
way-
will come.
Nobody will come. Say,
Nobody will come, madam.
somebody has been challan for drunken driving. Instead of sending him to court, you tell him either you have to attend the traffic court or your license goes.
Or your challan gets implemented.
And forget license goes, and you have to again reply. Make them do community service. Something you have to make
Something
them
has
do.
to be
Part and traffic for go to traffic court, learn all the rules again. If they have to sit down for 1 hour for every day for a week, they will
This
think again.
something
At
they will
that
think
time,
about it.
जब वो
I mean, that
नशे
was
में
the
होता ना उस टाइम
situation.
ही हम उनको कहते हैं कि नहीं आपने किया इससे इसके जी मेरा कुछ चलान करिए आई डोंट बॉदर 2000 फाइन हो रहा है या मेरे को कोर्ट में
वो नहीं
जाना है,
फर्क
don't
पड़ता
bother।
ना उनको।
वो कहते जी ठीक है हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आप कितना फाइन होगा 2000 होगा 5000 होगा 10,000 होगा आई विल पे आप मेरा कुछ चलान
Okay,
करिए।
okay,
I will pay।
we're going to wrap up. So
That
your
is-
last words actually on this whole
That is
show.
precisely my point. What I am saying is challaning is not helping. Convicting also will not
So
help.
Jagdeep agrees that challaning is not helping.
गाइड भी करते हैं इससे इसके जी आपको क्या जरूरत है हमने पी हुई ना हमारा कोई चलान कर दीजिए
Mr. Virk, what are your views? Do you think that
my
this
view
is helping or
that,
not?
we seriously need to take up this limit issue with the Chandigarh administration. I think it has to be more realistic, and also that the kind of people you are
Do you
challan.
think we'll have effect
Mr.
by the
Virk,
end? Will they actually learn?
Under the motor vehicle.
Yes, why not?
Okay, Dimple, what do you have to say? Do you think this is a great
know
effort
better.
that is going on?
It is a great effort.
Let's just
it's a motor vehicle
This
act
act
है
will
ना,
have to be
you-
amended. It's
amended
there all
from
over
the
in section
government,
185.
from the
It
government.
will have to be amended by the central
amended,
government.
Chandigarh administration cannot amend it.
Cannot amend
Yes,
it.
yes.
They cannot.
No,
They
but-
cannot amend it.
But let's just hear.
I mean, instead of challaning, send them to court,
You
send
feel-
them to school, traffic school, teach them how, what.
But at the end of the day, you feel it is an initiative which has been
it
taken
is
by
an
the
initiative and
Chandigarh
it should
Traffic Police.
carry on. But as
That's
we say,
that's a good thing, but nobody will come to the schools and colleges के जी हमें आप lecture दीजिए हम नहीं पिए. Nobody will, no parents will.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. Well, that it was required was never in doubt and never should be questioned. What must be changed though is the drinking culture. Why should the state encourage drinking and then haul up those who take the bait? So if there is nothing called responsible drinking for a driver, maybe the city should encourage the concept of drivers on hire or even have more cabs going to clubs. Well, that's all that we have in our Prime Debate. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.